Migration dominates headlines. It is framed as a crisis, a threat, and sometimes even as a chaos. Yet, this raises a simple question. If migration has existed throughout all of history, why does it feel so frightening today? Is the world really moving more than before? Or are we simply measuring, controlling, and politicizing movement differently?
To answer that, we need to stop debating migration as ideology and start understanding it as a system.
Before migration is political or economic, it is human. People move for a small number of very consistent reasons. Some move to survive, fleeing war, violence and collapse. Some move to earn, following jobs, wages and stability. Some move to invest in the future through education and skills. And some move later in life, seeking climate, healthcare and quality of life. These motivations form a spectrum, not a fixed categories. A student can become a worker, that becomes a resident, that may later migrate again even to retired. And this leads to a non-negotiable principle. People move when there are differences in safety, income and opportunity. Barriers change routes, not motivations. Migration follows labour demand the same way that water flows downhill. You can build walls, you can raise barriers, but unless the slope disappears, the flow continues, just slower, riskier and more expensive. Modern economies require very different types of labour. Low-skilled essential work in agriculture, construction, cleaning and logistics, jobs that exist because demand is constant and local labour is insufficient. Middle-skilled strategic work, mostly in care, health, trades, they are the backbone of the daily life. High-skilled work, jobs that you find in technology, engineering, research, where talent flows returns. This explains a familiar contradiction. Public discourse says no, while economy says yes. Countries don't need migrants in general, they need specific workers at specific moments. For most of history, migration was irreversible. Living meant living forever. Today, that has changed. Cheap transport, digital communication, temporary visas and dual citizenship have made migration shorter, reversible and strategic. Seasonal workers circulate, professionals hop between cities, retirees relocate for lifestyle and healthcare. Migration increasingly resembles labour mobility, not settlement. But here's the mismatch. Politics still treats migration as permanent, even when reality no longer does. Fear has not adapted to how migration actually works. Here's another uncomfortable truth. Irregular migration exists because legal systems do not match labour demand. When jobs exist but the legal pathways do not, the flow does not disappear. It goes underground. Who benefits? Mostly employers, informal sectors and intermediaries. Who pays the price? Migrants, cities and the social trust. This is not chaos. It is misalignment. Migration outcomes are not determined by how many arrive, but how many people are included. The patterns are consistent. Inclusion rises, crime falls. Irregularity rises, exploitation and mafias grow. Segregation rises, fear and tension increase. These are not cultural traits, they are policy outcomes. Migration does not automatically create problems, poor integration does. Migration is not evenly distributed. It concentrates in cities because cities offer jobs, networks, services, education and mobility. This creates a paradox. Dynamic cities become more diverse and more productive. Declining regions receive fewer migrants, yet often fear them more. Fear is often strongest where migrants are least present. Every globally successful city shares one feature: it is a city of newcomers. The migrations that face the least resistance are usually temporary, wealthy, or invisible. Students, investors, and mobile professionals. The migrations that become most politicized are those that are visible, long-term, and tied to essential labor. This reveals a deeper imbalance. Capital moves freely, labor does not. The issue is not the movement itself, but who moves and under what conditions.
Migration is not a moral question. It's a coordination problem, and cities are at the center of it. There is no single migration solution because cities have different economies, different demographics and needs. A good migration policy happens where human motivations meet local needs. And there is no right amount of migration in general. There is only the right mix for a specific place at a specific time. Migration works when people's reason for moving align with what cities actually lack. Cities that manage this well grow. Cities that resist it stagnate. Migration does not guarantee prosperity, but prosperity without migration has never lasted. In the next episode, we will look forward into the future of the cities and migration. So, what do you think about the current migration policies? Leave a comment below, and if you like this video, please click like and subscribe to the Keys of Chaos.